Engine 2 is about to get a run, so you'll see all of the members come down, quickly get on the engine and go out and see what's going on, who in the community is in need of help at this time.
They say there's strength in numbers.
It feels great seeing the state of Wisconsin and all over the world actually making these historic strides with women of color because it's something we didn't used to see.
But the real strength may be staying the course when you're one of only a few.
I, Denita Ball,
having been elected to the office of Milwaukee County Sheriff,
having been elected to the office of Milwaukee County Sheriff. There are often times when we are the first or just one of a few, but we should not be discouraged if that's what we really want to do.
Assistant Fire Chief Sharon Purifoy and Sheriff Denita Ball have built careers in fields long dominated by men. But as first responders, it was never about the numbers as much as it was about the people they were able to help through some of their darkest moments.
Once I got on the job, I saw that I probably helped more people during stressful situations as a Milwaukee firefighter as I did as a social worker, or at least just as many. You know, we always say we're seeing people at their worst time. You are their go-to person at that time.
Just working with the people, making a difference in the lives, in their lives. Sometimes we would encounter people on some of the worst days of their life, and so it was my hope that I would make a difference.
Now, as the first African-American female assistant chief for Milwaukee Fire and the first female sheriff of Milwaukee County, history doesn't feel like a thing of the past.
So this is Engine 2. We also refer to it as headquarters. It's actually the engine that I started on in April of 2003. It was the first house that I was assigned to as a firefighter. I had never set my bar so high. I was going to get in, do so many years, and then get out. So when I found out that I had gone higher than anybody else, you know, it made me realize that this is where I was supposed to be. And then when I got the promotion to assistant chief, I definitely knew that this is where I was supposed to be.
Raised in Sherman Park with her parents and 4 siblings, she never imagined a degree in psychology would lead her to a life of fighting fires.
Women firefighters, even in 2023, is a very small, almost embarrassing percentage of firefighters. And it is hard. It was hard for me coming on. I think at that time, I made 50. So it was about 900 sworn and civilian employees, and I made the 50th female firefighters out of 950. So you try to find your place, and it's very hard because you can go on a run that day and in that 24-hour period never see another female.
This was a similar experience for Ball during her 25-year tenure with the Milwaukee Police Department.
It was low numbers then when I started out. There are more now. Even in my class, there was 4 of us, but I did have a small class of only 28 at that time. And so the ranks were low. Women had just started getting into the police field just maybe less than 10 years before.
Born in a small town in Arkansas, Ball had to overcome more than just the obvious barriers that came with her gender.
Well, I was born to a single mom who wasn't ready to have children, and so I was raised by my grandmother, and she died when I was 12 years old, and as a result, I ended up being in a couple of foster homes. But I've also had to battle breast cancer, stage 4, where I had the surgery, the chemotherapy, the radiation, all of that. And so I didn't let that get me down. I just knew that I would get through this, and as a result, the Lord had different plans for me, and here I am today.
so help me God.
So help me God.
It's that resilience, paired with impressive resumes, that prove these historical appointments aren't just to meet a diversity quota.
I'm not here to check off a box, so I'm trying to make sure that we have meaningful change within the community. And I think most people who are in these positions feel the same way. They actually want to make a difference within their respective communities.
Although Purifoy and Ball are fairly new in their positions, their legacies are already being written. Purifoy, the highest-ranking Black woman across all Wisconsin fire departments. And Ball, the first Black woman sheriff in Wisconsin.
I just want to be a positive reflection of what I believe someone in criminal justice should be. I want to, when I counter people, and I do, treat them with dignity and respect.
The legacy that I would like to leave is, here was a person who did not know what they were going to do at one point in their life, found a knack and gave 100%. So my legacy would be one of fairness, inclusion, diversity, and just 100% hard work.
Two first responders making history in the city of Milwaukee. Though the paths are different, they did agree on what their progress symbolizes.
My story represents that you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
My story represents the fact that if you put your mind to something, that you can do it.